Cause and effect of climate change. The average temperature of the Earth has risen around 1.7 degrees since 1880. Now, this might not sound like much, but it has affected our planet greatly. The oceans are warming up, causing glaciers to melt, which in turn makes the sea levels rise. Climate change is making weather more ferocious and unpredictable, causing billions of dollars in damage. Most importantly, climate change is destroying the environments of the thousands of organisms, giving them only two options: adapt or die. The definition of climate change is a change in the global or regional climate patterns, in particular a change apparent in the mid to late 20th century onwards and attributed largely to the increased levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere produced by the use of fossil fuels. This leads right into the first and largest reason of climate change: carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is an invisible, odorless gas that is already naturally present in the air. But when there are humans causing a spike in the levels of carbon dioxide, it begins to be a problem. Since the year 1000, the carbon dioxide level has increased from 280 parts per million to 370 parts per million, and there isn't any sign that it will start coming down. Many scientists believe that the reason for this spike in the atmosphere is from humans burning wood, coal, oil, and natural gases, which all release carbon dioxide. Some scientists think that if we keep going on like this, the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere could double from what it is now, creating a new all-time high by a landslide. If this happens, the average temperature of the Earth could raise 7 degrees Fahrenheit, which causes countless problems of its own. If this happens, there would be minimal good outcomes with immeasurable bad ones. One good effect is that there will be more land to farm where it was previously too cold to do so. That is about where the good things end. On the other side, the glaciers will melt, which will cause the sea levels to rise, flooding low-lying coastal cities. This will cause 40% of the world's populations to lose their homes and livelihoods. Another consequence of climate change is that farmers' land that was once good, fertile soil will turn dry, becoming unfarmable. This powdery dirt will also cause dust bowls to happen again, like in the United States during the early 1930s. One last harmful ramification of climate change is that forests around us will go through longer drought periods, causing them to be drier, making it easier for already common forest fires to happen. In 2018, there were roughly 100,000 forest fires, with almost 9 million acres of land razed. Wildfires in California are almost double from what they have been 10 years ago, and it's all one vicious cycle. While wildfires are more common because of climate change, they too are the reason for it. While the trees burn from the fire, it releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Climate change is ruining the environment we live in now and the environment of the future. Another thing that causes climate change is the sun's ever-changing energy. One thing that causes changes in the sun energy is called a sunspot. A sunspot is a darker spot on the surface of the sun that emits more energy than the rest of the sun, and in doing so makes the sunlight warmer. This all leads to climates going through big spurts of change very quickly. Changes of the Earth's axis will also affect this by moving some areas closer to the sun than what they were originally meant to be. The changes in the Earth's climate are also caused by the weakness or the strength of solar energy at any given time. This is caused by the 11-year cycle that the sun is on, where it has ups and downs in its intensity. This doesn't have as much of an effect on the Earth as carbon dioxide, though. The constant changing of Earth's climate has given a difficult choice to the millions of organisms that reside on our planet, including us: do nothing and die, or adapt and live. If we do nothing, there will be constant flooding, sea levels rising, destroyed wildlife habitat, and hundreds of other things. In 2100, the temperature could rise almost 5 degrees higher. These outcomes will make life on Earth very different.